Fear, a primal emotion that has kept us humans alive since the dawn of time. But what exactly is fear, and how does it work in the brain? In this article, we'll explore the science of fear and how you can overcome it. Firstly, let's talk about what fear actually is. Fear is a basic emotion that is triggered by a perceived threat. When we sense danger, our brains send signals to our bodies, triggering the famous fight or flight response. This response is a survival mechanism that prepares our bodies to either confront the threat or flee from it. Now let's take a closer look at how fear works in the brain. When we perceive a threat, our brains activate the amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure in the limbic system. The amygdala processes the threat and sends signals to other parts of the brain, triggering the physical and emotional response we associate with fear. But here's the thing. The amygdala can't tell the difference between a real threat and a perceived one. This means that even imagined or exaggerated threats can trigger the same fear response as a real one. This is why some people experience irrational fears or phobias, such as a fear of heights or spiders. So how can we overcome fear? One key way is to reframe our perception of the threat. Instead of seeing it as a danger, we can try to see it as a challenge or an opportunity for growth. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, you can try to reframe it as a chance to improve your communication skills and share your ideas with others. Another way to overcome fear is through exposure therapy. This involves gradually exposing yourself to the feared object or situation, starting with a low level of exposure and gradually increasing it over time. This can help desensitize your brain to the fear response and teach you that the threat is not as dangerous as you originally perceived. Now, let's take a look at a real-life example of fear and overcoming it. The story of Aaron Ralston. In 2003, Ralston was hiking alone in Utah when a boulder fell and trapped his arm. He was stuck for 5 days before deciding to amputate his own arm in order to escape. Despite the fear and pain he must have experienced, Ralston was able to overcome his fear and take action to save himself. In conclusion, fear is a natural and necessary emotion that can sometimes hold us back from living our lives to the fullest. By understanding how fear works in the brain and how we can overcome it through perception and exposure, we can learn to confront our fears and live more fulfilling lives. Remember, fear is just a feeling, and it can't control us unless we let it.